Everyone. So this is to do with the former ambassador's house in Dublin, and was sold to South Dublin County Council. And as you can see here, it's just another one of those things where the money, there's endless amounts of money for it, but there's no money, for keeping people safe and stuff like that, or making sure people have an ambulance if they need an ambulance instead of waiting hours and hours and hours for an ambulance to turn up. And not to mention, we could go on and go forth. We stay here all day mentioning things. So 800,000 euro, and it took 6 years. 6 years to build a wall, to fix a wall. Sorry, not to build a wall, just to fix the wall. It took 6 years and 800,000 euro. Now, this is the former Italian ambassador's house. And then it was apparently sold to South Dublin County Council, which is in Dublin, of course. And it was all to do with a wall that collapsed. There was a 41 centimetre wall that collapsed in 2019, and it was just insane. So South Dublin County Council ended up buying the house outright for 10 million from the Italian government last June. So it's pretty much belonged to the state. So at the time, majority of it probably wasn't. It was kind of in limbo, I suppose, the place. It was kind of owned by the Irish state and the Italian government, so it was pretty much limbo. And then obviously they fully bought it out for 10 million euro, may I add. Quite a lot of money. But it's ludicrous to think that building walls, like the government every day of the week, we hear it every day, we're going to build 50,000 houses every year, and they can't even build a wall, or even fix a wall, not even build a wall in this situation, just fix the wall, and put a few new bricks in or whatever the story may be. At least in the other one of the Office of Public Works would cost €500,000 to do a wall that was barely up to here from the ground, like barely, about 3 or 4 bricks on top of each other. And as many people said, it will only be 40,000 at most for the labour, etc., etc. Now, we don't have a picture of the wall, but obviously very luxurious house, etc., etc. But still, I'm sure you would agree, 800,000 for that, to fix the wall. Would there not be better just demolishing the wall at that stage? Because who in the county councils, or even in the Office of Public Works is influenced at this stage, they must not have any brains at all. Because somebody signed off on this and said, this is okay. We spend this money to fix this wall. It takes 6 years. This is grand. This is 100%. Because I couldn't sit there as a supervisor or whoever I am, or as an overseer too. Local authorities have overseers, etc. So the county engineer, take example. If you went to college, etc., even if you didn't even have to go to college, this is plain and simple, that is not bang for your buck, really. The average taxpayer is not getting bang for your buck, and it's taken 6 years. If I seen that, I was like, no, that's not on. I would have done within a month. At most, a month in the most, and it's not going to cost that, because again, the reason why it cost so much, because it was delayed, it was kicked down the road, and that's the reason why. And that's why, because obviously the more times the delay is up and the more money they get. It's the same with the National Children's Hospital in Dublin. We see that's been delayed too, because it's just kind of trying to hold the state to ransom, this private company, even though it was contractors that did it on behalf of the council, South Dublin County Council. But it's ludicrous to me, and especially you and I have to flip the bill for it. The contractors. It was the contractors for the construction. So it was not even that local authority was contractors, because again, that's what the councils do nowadays. They get contractors instead of the local authority. Years ago, the local authority used to do it themselves, have people employed to do it themselves, public works and stuff like that. Like you can see here, like at this stage, I think they're just pulling numbers out of the arse. To try and make up something that I gaslight people. So they're pretty much just assessment of the damage. They paid €12,000 to have probably somebody to come out. Like, they don't emphasise who it was. They paid a man to come out, but I presume they paid a man €12,000 to look at the wall and say, "Oh, it's not in good shape," So it's great stuff. 16,000 reported for the collapse, 47,000 on detaching. Like at the end of the day, if this is how much this cost, and God bless us and save us. I think they're just pulling the numbers out of the arse. They'll be told to try and make something up. No way in hell. Like, I assume what they meant by this is that they paid 2 or 3 men €12,000 to go and look at the wall and see was the wall okay. And then they touch the wall and they feel up the wall, etc., etc. Because, I don't think that cost 13,000 euro to tell you the wall fell over, or it's not, it's not physically able to stand upright. Let's put it that way. I think anybody could tell you that by just looking at it. You don't need to pay a man or two to look at it and pay them €12,000. But no, it's ludicrous when you really, really look at it. At the end of the day, it's only a fucking wall. Like, what are they? They're not building the Eiffel Tower. Like, let's be fair. You're not building the Eiffel Tower. Like, what does it matter? Just build the wall or fix the wall. Not even build the wall, fix the wall. They're not even building the wall and they have to fix the wall and it takes 6 years. But yeah, what hope is there for this country if they can't even fix the wall or build a wall without even talking about building houses? Like, we're talking about building houses. And then we see this. And especially you and I have to pay for the luxury of it. Isn't it great? It's a great country, It's ludicrous that these things, because every day of the week there's something. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. This is what we know about. I would hate to see. Last week was the Arts Council. Now this week is this. And then next week will be something else. And then the other week will be something else. And again, the worst thing about the whole lot of this is the Irish people told in November the government, yeah, you're doing a good job, keep you in. So I don't know what people were smoking when they voted for Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, but because again they got what they wished, more waste of money. But that's how it is, waste of money. Let me know what you think. Thank you.